Barbara Chase. Welcome to Senior of the Month, February 2019. And our Senior of the Month is Theodora McKee, better known as
Teddie.
Teddie. Hi, Teddie.
Hi.
Welcome to Senior of the Month.
Thank you.
Congratulations on being nominated for Senior of the Month.
Thank you. I'm very honored.
Well, we're happy to have you
And touched.
here so that you can talk to us about a lot of the stuff that you have done
Okay.
that brought you here.
Okay.
Okay. And we'll start off with your age. How old are you?
I'm 89.
89.
This year, I was 89 last year. This year I'll be 90.
Okay. Oh, well. God bless you.
Thank you.
And where were you born?
I was born in Brooklyn, actually in Manhattan, but I lived in Brooklyn until I moved to New Jersey many years later.
And what year was that you moved
I was
to?
born in 1929.
Okay.
August 27th, 1929.
And you moved to New Jersey in?
I moved to Montclair in 1968. My son told me it was May 2nd, 1968. I said, how do you know that? He said, I've never forgotten it.
Important dates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So what was it that brought you to Montclair?
Well,
at
we
that
were
time?
living in Brooklyn, and my husband was working in Newark. And he said, come on, this commute is killing me. Let's move to New Jersey. And I thought, all right.
Makes sense.
Yes. So we wound up in New Jersey.
Time-wise and expense-wise as well, I'm
yes,
sure.
Yes. And
Yeah,
we
it's
bought a
lot more
house, and our
comfortable.
kids, I mean, the best thing I've done in Montclair was to raise two wonderful sons who went through all of the Montclair schools. And that's my claim to fame.
Montclair has a good school system.
Yes.
Always has.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so you are still working a bit, I understand.
I work a few days a week. I'm a clinical social worker. I worked for years for a family service agency nearby. And when I left that, I thought, well, I'll see a few people at home, you know, in an office, private practice.
Mhm.
And I've been doing that ever since.
So how many days do you work?
I work
or is it,
maybe 2 days. I try and keep it to those 2 days.
and you're enjoying that?
Oh, very much so. Very much so. I love my work.
How long have you been retired?
Well, I left my full-time job. I was 63, so that was quite a while ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
quite a
you've been
while.
doing the part-time thing ever
Well,
since.
private practice since then, yes.
Wonderful. You're still involved in a lot of stuff in the community. Well, some things you're doing.
I lead the book discussion group that the library gives with the adult school. And I've done that for such a long time. When I left my full-time job, I thought, what do I like to do? Well, I like to read and talk about books. So I started to go to the group at the library, and when the librarian who led the group retired, he asked me if I would take over. And I've done it ever since. Been a long time. And I absolutely love that. I have the same people come back mostly year after year. And I can almost always tell when a new person is going to stay with us forever.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
They come
Yeah.
in and they're so enthused?
Yes, yes. People really like it. They're a wonderful group. They're smart, insightful. They've read a lot.
How big is the readers group?
I cut it off at 23. It's a big group.
And how often do they meet?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks?
Yeah.
They read a book every 2 weeks?
They read a book every 2 weeks. And most people come having read the book with a lot of wonderful thoughts and comments. It's a great group. It's a really great group. I'm also very involved. I mean, I volunteered for years for the adult school when they were at the high school. And I did data entry and answered the phone and registered people. But now they don't use volunteers anymore. So I just the book discussion group, and I take classes with them. I also go to the Y as many mornings as I can for water exercise, and that keeps me going.
I remember you saying something about when you started, you were going 6 days a week.
I used to go 6 days a week. Now 4 or 5.
You must love it.
I do love it. Well, and I mean, I get into the pool and I shed my body. I can move, so it's quite wonderful.
They say that's the best exercise.
Yeah.
Low impact.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, it's wonderful, and I love the teachers, and I'm very. So the Y, the library, the adult school are the 3 institutions in Montclair that really defined my life. Yeah.
And those things, it appears that those things make your life very happy.
They do. They do. You know, I know you sometimes ask people what their mantra is. Now, everybody who knows me knows I have a mantra.
Okay,
which
what
is
is it?
It's from Tennyson, and it's though much is taken, much abides. And as I get older, that's really what I try to do, is to focus not on what's gone, but what's left. Of course, so much is gone. I'm very thankful that I still have a very good memory. One of my clients asked me the other day, do you take notes after I leave? Because you never take notes when I'm here. And I said, I don't take notes. And he said, but you remember everything I say. And I said, well, so far.
Well, if you still got it, you're going to...
At 89, yes.
Right, absolutely.
Let's hope it continues.
Absolutely. Yeah, because the cutoff point is usually way before that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm
Unfortunately.
very, very lucky.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
I think we all have friends who are not that fortunate.
Yes, I know. One of my friends who lives in Queens used to come out on the train to see me. Can't anymore. She's older than I am. And she said, I rely on you and your memory to tell me, you know, what happened when we were, you know, in Europe, and what happened when...
Yeah.
Okay, I still remember.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, so now I know your mantra. Now tell me what the most important life lessons you have learned that stay with you that you want to share.
I think that it's part of what my mantra is, because I think it is so easy to focus on the losses and the bad things that have happened in your life. And some of the people that I see do just that. And I have felt for a long time that you have to accentuate the positive, a song from my youth. And I really do try to relish the things in my life that are wonderful. And of course, I mean, my husband died 19 years ago. That was a big loss. Sold my house in Montclair and moved to an apartment, which I love. I mean, I'm very happy in my apartment. And to cultivate friendships. I mean, one of the things I love about my building is that it's all ages and races, and my best friends in the building are much younger than I am. So they kind of take care of me.
They keep you, and they help to keep
and
you
they
young.
keep me young, yeah.
Right. Right, that's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that your building having a little excitement.
Oh yes,
This week.
they want to sell it, but they've discovered oil in the ground. Now, I think the fourth attempt has maybe gotten rid of the oil.
Really?
Yeah, they've had 4 different companies come, and you know, I would say you're drilling for
They
oil.
were drilling.
Yes, and this last company said they got it all. So we'll see. The building may be sold. You know, we have a pool behind our
Yes, I
building,
know.
and all summer we, you know, sit around the pool, and it's a great building. I love it.
Enjoy your life.
Yes.
Enjoy your life. So, your plans for the future in Montclair? You're going to stay here, I know.
I hope so. I hope so. You know, my sons live some distance. One of my sons lives upstate New York, and he has talked to me about moving there, but he sees what I have in my building and in Montclair, and so he's given that up. My other son lives in Panama,
Oh,
and
yes.
I go every January. I went January 1st, and I stayed for 12 days. I have little grandchildren there. They're 9 and 11 now. My oldest son in upstate New York has a 20-year-old son who's in college and a 25-year-old daughter who is wonderful. They're all just wonderful kids. I'm very proud of them.
Something very special about grandchildren.
Yes, and mine range in age from 9 to 25, so it's a
Yeah.
very different set of grandchildren.
Yes, yeah.
But they're all just wonderful. My 20-year-old grandson is a fantastic musician, and I don't know what his future will be, but he plays the alto sax very well. And my granddaughter is a slam poet, you know, which is a very dramatic kind of poetry that she recites, and she goes
Oh.
around the country,
To
enters
public places and does the
yeah.
poetry.
So she's
It just comes right out.
I think she
Yeah.
writes a lot of it.
She writes.
She was a dancer, and now she does things like she teaches a group of developmentally disabled people to dance, and she gets a lot of joy out of that. And the little ones, you know, go to school in Panama. They love Panama. They live on the edge of a huge park, so they just tumble out of bed. They're in the park. It's a nice life.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And yours too.
yeah. So those are my activities in Montclair, and my family and my friends are the joys.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Thank you. I will.
And it's so nice meeting you.
It was very nice to meet you.
And I wish you the very best.
Thank you, Barbara. You too.
Yes.